This is the 4th video in this video series that covers the 5th flight that I have done as part of a scholarship that I've received for upset recovery, spin training and introduction to aerobatics. In this video, I try an inverted flat spin for the first time.
Alright, pull right rudder, go. Alright, just relax. Power, rudder, stick. So, there you go. Push for a graceful exit. And pull, tighten up your butt muscles, stomach muscles, eyes. Yeah.
And cover other maneuvers such as simulated control failures, simulated wake turbulence, spin recovery out of a hammerhead, and other aerobatic maneuvers. Same as the other previous videos, I have to disclose at the time of recording, I'm not an aerobatic pilot, I'm not a rated or current PITS pilot either, although I hope this would change in the future. And of course, the customary disclaimer. See you in the flying.
Warning: the following is not flight training. It is for information and entertainment purposes only. Do not attempt any of these flight maneuvers without a suitably qualified instructor in an appropriately rated aircraft.
more. There you go. Once you turn to the north. You're taking the long way around. Alright, you can have the entire airplane back. Coordinated again. Get coordinated again. I see it. Alright, let's get more of those. I'll just take it from here. Okay. Alright, let's try and jam it. Yeah, I'd give it like a little flick, try and dislodge. Yeah, okay. Got it back. Let's just fish up from here and do one more wing over. Keep it coordinated too. Okay, got it. That's also quite tricky to think about that. Yeah, exactly. They're pretty simple individually, but no, that first one caught me off guard, eh? Alright, would you like to do the simulated wake turbulence, Jonah? Yeah. Okay, so let's do an unusual attitude recovery first. Let me put you in just to warm up. Let me put you into one and I'll say recover. Okay. Okay, recover. Very good. Okay, and let me put you into one more, my plane. Okay, your plane, recover. Like, yeah, don't take so or don't add it, just keep it where it is. Actually, at a moment to wind my watch. Right? Just to see what the airplane's doing, right? Exactly. Yeah, let's turn us back around. I initially wanted to start controlling and I thought, no, just wait a second before you do anything. Yeah, good idea. Because initially it looked like a spin. And then I took off the power, then I realized that we know the high and the speed is low. Yep. No, that's not... Gotcha. But what was that exactly? That was partial temporal. Okay, so... But if you ride the take off the power, then it's looking like a spin. It's kind of a gray area, but... It was still... I think I still would have left that alone until it actually turned into a spin. I think you could have got out of that without taking off the power, just like an unusual attitude. Okay, so now let's get you the simulated wake turbulence. My plane, I'm gonna pretend like we're kind of cruising along on like we're at final. Unload and roll. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, recover. Watch the abrupt pulls there on the controls. I was close to a stall bump it. I was pulling out of it because we didn't have a lot of speed. Just make sure you're smooth and you're not putting big controls on. You're not getting past that stall switch. Alright, now let's do one where you actually go with the direction of rotation this time. I just go with the direction. Yeah, you bought it originally. It wasn't doing that, so let's just go with it initially. So, my plane? Our plane. Gonna slow us down. Simply, we're final 3, 2, 1, recover. You can feel that auto rotation there. You know, it's gonna feel probably a little different if it's wake turbulence, but that's a similar scenario. Alright, you wanna grab some altitude and turn around? Gonna try that vertical line maneuver again. Alright, the one with the push-up, the cap on the top. Yep. And without letting the nose drop through the horizon. Yeah, try to hold your altitude. Coming out of that. Runway speed. 120. Hold that line. That wasn't vertical, but try it anyway. Okay, keep your altitude, keep it. You're coming out heading. Use your rudder, it's heading. Alright, let's try it one more time. You were about 20 degrees from vertical. Get that wake straight up and down on the horizon. Okay, hold it. Okay, down to it. Okay, hold it. That would be a knock it off moment, right? There you go. So that's those are the kind of moments that you go, okay, this isn't working. Neutralize the controls. Yeah, I just try to keep the wings level with the rudder. Yeah. When you're pushing over the top, do you feel all the gyroscopics there? No, you're like this. Yeah, your tension's heading to the left. Yeah, that's way to the left now. Let's try one of those to go into an intentional spin. So we'll let the airplane yaw us into the spin, and then we're going to pull back too much intentionally and just see how it spins out of there. How are you feeling now? Feeling fine. Still spinning. Okay. That same vertical line, hold it for a couple of seconds. Okay, increase speed. Yeah, 120. Okay. Okay, here we go. 1001, 1002. Okay, okay, pull back, and recover. Gotta get the throttle all the way out on those spin recoveries. Yeah, I kind of already did it way down. Each step all the way down until you get onto the next one. Okay, before you start the next one. Yeah, you can tell some of these aerobatic maneuvers at low end exit speeds can be difficult. Okay, let me put you into one, my plane. Alright, plane. Just check below us there. I'm gonna pull and do a hammerhead maneuver, and on the way down I'm gonna put you into a spin. Okay, then I'll say recover. Okay, I'm just gonna pull vertical here. Hammerhead. Yeah, good, recover. Rudder. Yeah, break that stall, good. Yeah. That was a real aggravated spin. Right? by one, though. God, that was like a 1,000-foot loss. Yeah, even if things are going fast, that's even more reason to slow yourself down to go through the steps precisely. Yeah. Just take control for the plane for a moment. Alright, Brent. Just gonna pull my left element tighter. Okay. How you feeling now? Okay. Let's try some of those rolls. This time, what I want you to do is just do the rudder pedals. I'm going to do the entire roll myself. What I want you to do is put smooth pressure into the top rudder pedal. So when I start rolling to the left, you'll use right rudder pressure. Okay. Not enough to raise the nose, just enough to keep it from dropping. Okay, let me turn around here first. How you are playing? So follow with me on the stick too. You're just going to be doing the rudders, but I'll be doing the stick, but follow with me on everything. Nice. Alright. 3, 2, 1, smooth right rudder. Okay, smooth left rudder. Yeah, nose doesn't drop nearly as much, does it? No. Very good. Okay, why don't you do the entire thing, your airplane? Okay, should I push all the way up and out? No, just the rudder. Just keep it unloaded and just use the rudders. Okay, 0G or... Yeah, 0G and then just... 0G, your top rudder. Roll. And top rudder. Good. That keeps the nose from dropping as much, yep. Yeah. Okay, now I got the rudders. And you got the control stick. Okay. And why don't you do a roll that you put a little negative G on through inverted? Just a really smooth negative G. When we're past inverted, don't pull because the stick comes naturally back. Okay. But just relax it back to 0G for the last part of that roll. Okay, whenever you're ready, I got the rudders, you got the stick. Okay, 0G, roll. Okay, roll, a little bit of a push. Okay, roll, relax back to 0G. Not bad at all. No. But you guys turn around your airplane altogether. One comment I had on that one is when you did push, you removed some aileron deflection. So, feel how much aileron pressure there is just to hold the aileron in a roll. And there's also, when you push, there's some forward pressure there too. But you want to keep both of them in that case. When you push forward, you took some pressure out of the aileron. So our roll rate slowed down. Okay. So why don't you try that one more time? I have the rudders, you do the stick. Okay. Just slightly, that's good. Unload, roll. Okay, keep that aileron in as you push. Much better. Now you can pull a little bit right when the wings get level. Good. Good. Now why don't you do the whole thing at once? You still feeling good? Yeah. Good. So you got stick and rudders. Nice. So pitch the airplane up 10 degrees, that's good. Unload, roll, top rudder. Push. Aileron. So you're only using maybe 20% of that aileron there. Yeah, but on base if I think I suck. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I was having to do it at any speed you're comfortable. Why don't we do it a little faster? Okay. Hey, your airplane all together. Just brace myself. Okay. Okay, top rudder. Push. Keep that aileron in. You're not going to push something. Okay. Yeah, stick up against your leg. No. Those are more difficult than they look, huh? Yeah. Basically, if you hang it fast. Oh, yeah. But it doesn't take, it's all smooth inputs, and you don't have to, the only thing you're doing fast is putting the aileron in and taking your aileron out. Everything else is just finesse. Yeah. You don't need to jam the rudder in, you can kind of put, a big toe's worth of pressure on it. You can put just a couple of pounds of push on the thing when you're inverted. Yeah. So it really doesn't take a whole lot of elevator and rudder input. It's nice and smooth and neutral. There's the ailerons quick. Why don't we turn around? careful, but the important part is to go slowly through it and see each reaction. Alright. I'm ready when you are. Stall switch, and buttons push the stick all the way forward and right rudder all the way to the floor. Go ahead, right rudder. Just relax, take it in. Okay, power, rudder. Yeah, you're pulling the stick back early? Yep. Alright, add some power and get the nose above the horizon. Power, power, power. Get us into a positive rate of climb. Okay, now we just finally stopped losing altitude. Interesting, huh? Oh, that's crazy. How you feeling now? What number are you? Let's point us westbound for now. I'm still good to go. I thought you pulled back before you even put the opposite rudder in. Yeah, I realized that time. I keep saying stick forward. Yeah, even if you let it go, it would stay forward. Okay. But pulling back definitely accelerates that spin, just like when we're in an upright spin, and you push forward, it's the same thing. Okay. How you doing? Good. Yep, for one more of those? Yeah, let's do one more. Okay. Just getting some altitude again. Yeah, this is plenty altitude for what we're doing. Okay, I'll just take it up too far. Okay, that's fine. Well, I have questions. Sounds good to me. Okay, I want you to maybe put like a full second in between each input. So, power out. Wait a second. Opposite rudder. Wait a second. Stick neutral. Then you'll be out of the spin. Okay. Alright, let her rip. Alright, pull right rudder, go. Alright, just relax. Power, rudder, stick. So, there you go. Much more graceful exit. And pull, tighten up your butt muscles, stomach muscles, thighs. Yeah. So we lost, same maneuver, same altitude start. We lost 400 feet less. And we took more time. And we took more time. And you really got to see each input's reaction. I'm sweating all today. Yeah, it's negative to positive. Look at the G meter here. Negative G.5 now. Yeah, that's more than the previous flight, right? Well, let's head westbound for now. How you feeling? 1 to 10. 6. Okay. Well, we don't have to do too much. We actually got everything on our little checklist done. Would you like to do a half Cuban 8? Yes. Okay, so, this one we're going to do just like we're going to do a loop. When you're coming over inverted, over the loop and you can see the horizon, I know you know which way straight down is, right? Yeah. Oh, you know, obviously. So pick 45-degree angle, between, from the horizon, halfway in between the horizon and straight down. Okay. Pick that 45 and smoothly bring the nose to it. And you're going to push it to, like 1 second of inverted flight, where the nose is frozen on that exact point. Okay. And then we'll roll out of it. And okay, give it a shot. 160 speed. 160. stopped it. Okay. So, 45 is a pretty steep angle if you think about it. Okay. That wasn't bad. How you feeling now? Good. Should I do that close each time before you pull up? What's that? Yeah, the level flight before you start the maneuver? Yeah, do that every time. Why don't you try one more of those and then we'll head back? Okay. Okay, pause. Tighten up hard. Close up the flag. Okay, relax the controls. Take a nice steep angle down. Nice and steep. A little steeper. Okay, pause. 4001. Roll. Good. Let's go. That was a better 45 there. Cool. Yeah, it makes you want to not be pointed in the ground with full power like that for too long, huh? Yeah. It takes some getting used to. What number are you now? I'm still fine. Okay. Alright, well let's start heading it back unless you want any last maneuvers on the way. Just do a roll back over. Let's do a 1G roll. Why don't you give that a shot? So instead of pushing before you roll, I'll talk you through it. Go ahead and pull up, like 30 degrees. Okay, neutralize the stick to 1G, and then just roll, keep yourself centered in your seat. Notice how it's making a big circle around the city. That was pretty good, actually. Nice job. I like that. Right? So instead of starting from the unloaded position, you just started from the 1G position, but you got to keep yourself centered in your seat by using some rudder coordination. Yeah. The only thing that we didn't do is this inverted wind wax. We'll save for the next flight. Okay. Yeah, that's it for next week. The Aerobatic area, what's up? Hi, that's up. Yeah, what's up? Okay, so I'll grab a good push. 2 miles to the east of North Atlantic. Okay, gonna use some power. There's no way you would have been able to do even half of that stuff on the, when we were flying on Tuesday. So you're already starting to develop a tolerance to this stuff. For sure. Recording the rest of the audio here, or should I save some battery? You should save some battery. Okay.
do is when I get out, I go through the exact same bailout procedure that I would getting out. So that's feel free.
That's a good habit.
Open the canopy just how I would. Hands go in the exact same position. Get the belts just how I would. Toss the shoulder harnesses. You know, just think through all the points.
That's a very, very good habit.
Get a good muscle memory going.